Bonjour les étudiants. I will talk about when Avoir makes agreements in the Passé Composé. Now, this is a problem that I've had in high school while I was learning French. It's kind of difficult, but I will be teaching it. Hopefully, you'll be able to learn from me, and I hope it helps. So, when Avoir makes agreements in the Passé Composé, it makes agreements with the gender and quantity of the subject. So when they make agreement in a sentence, is when le sujet est avant la verbe. So when the subject is before the verb. And the other occasion that it makes agreements is when there is a direct object. So les objets directs. J'ai oublié les S. Les objets directs. And first I'll do examples for the subject before the verb. Alors, my example is la robe que j'ai achetée est bleue. La robe que j'ai achetée est bleue. The dress that I bought is blue. Now look here at the verb acheter. What is different there? Oui, c'est vrai, there's an extra E after the E accent grave. Now, why do you think it would why would it be in the feminine form? No, it is because the subject is feminine. La robe is feminine. Now, when the subject before the verb is feminine, you add an E. You add an E at the end of the verb. Now, let's do an example that has masculine subject. Alors, allons-y. So, example. Mon crayon que j'ai utilisé est joint. Alors, okay, my pencil that I used is yellow. So, when the subject is masculine, you don't add anything at the end. C'est le même. It is the same as normal. So you don't need to add anything due to the gender being masculine of the subject. Now let's do an example that is pluriel, plural subject. Alors, les voitures que nous avons conduit sont noirs. Noir. Alors, the cars that we drove are black. So, in this case, it is not just plural. It is also feminine. So, since it is plural and a feminine subject, you'd not only add an E for the feminine part, but you would also add an S because it is plural. C'est un sujet pluriel. It's a plural subject. Now let's just do an example with a masculine subject. Let's see. A masculine subject. Les papillons. Oui, c'est très joli. Les papillons que vous avez vus sont beaux. Alors, so the example is les papillons que vous avez vus sont beaux. The butterflies that you saw are beautiful. So, what is different with the past participle? Ouais, merci, there's an S. Now, there is an S because the subject is plural. And since it's masculine, you don't need to add an E. That is just with the feminine subjects. Now let's move on to direct objects. So les objets directs. Alors, I will make an example. So, example, je l'ai, excusez-moi, je l'ai vu. Je l'ai vu. I saw it or I saw her. So since there is an apostrophe, since the next word here starts with a vowel, and this one ends with a vowel, you have to do the apostrophe. That's the rule with articles anyways. So with this, the direct object is feminine. Now, explain to me why the subject would be feminine, or the direct object, the direct object. Oui, it's because of the E at the end. That shows that the direct object is feminine. So right here, it'd be la. But since there's a vowel, you'd have to do that. Alrighty, let's move on to a different direct object. Let's do a masculine one. A masculine object, direct object. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's do a crazy one. Il l'a jeté. Il l'a jeté. He threw it. Or if you want to be a little bizarre, he threw him. But I don't think someone can actually throw someone, so let's stick with it. Let's be nice. So, for masculine ones, again, it's the same thing with the plural subject. You don't add any E's or S's since it's not plural and it's not feminine. So you just keep things the same when they are in the masculine form. Now, let's do a plural one. Let's see. Constructing these sentences are kind of hard too. It's a little hard. Let's see. Elle. Oh, ça suffit. Elle les a regardés. Elle les a regardés. She watched them. So, là. What do you think should be added at the end of regarder to make an agreement with the direct object? Pardon. Oui, un S. S, oui. Parce que l'objet direct est pluriel. Direct object is plural. That is why you add an S. Now let's do a couple more using both of the examples now, just so that we can have it set in our head. Alors, I'll use green for this. Okay, so the first one will be les cheveux que qu'ils ont regardé regardez son brouillon. Les chevaux qu'ils ont regardés sont bruyants. Those horses are noisy. The horses that they watched are noisy. Alors, what should be in this blank that makes an accord or an agreement with the subject? Now let's first look at the subject. Is the subject plural, feminine plural, or masculine plural? Oui, c'est masculine. It's masculine. It's plural and masculine. So when it's plural and masculine, what should we add on to the past participle? Oui, juste un S. Juste un S. Oui, c'est vrai. Alors, let's see. The next one, let's do Nous l'avons. Ooh, pardon. Cracked a lot. Nous l'avons. Vu. Nous l'avons vu. We watched it. Now for this one, since it's kind of difficult to tell if that's feminine or masculine, I will draw in what the one that I'm wanting to use for. Nous l'avons vu. I'm going to use la for that. So is that direct object feminine, masculine, or plural feminine, or plural masculine? Oui, féminin. Alors, we need to add what to the end of the past participle to make it agree with the direct object. Oui, and nous l'avons vu. Oui. It makes an agreement. Okay. Makes an agreement with the direct object that is feminine. Alrighty. Well, I hope you all learned from my lesson today. Hopefully we can go out there and know how to make agreements with Avoir in the past tense. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bonne journée. Oui, good day. Au revoir.